my name is Jana, and you're watching Finnish Knitting Stories, which is my little video podcast, mostly about my knitting, and sometimes other crafts as well. Welcome! There are a lot of new subscribers, so I decided I will introduce myself properly this time. I do it from time to time, yeah. Just in case you have not watched back and you're wondering, who am I? Who is she? What is she doing here? Yeah, so as I already said, my name is Jana. I live in Finland, in the town named Kotka, right next to the sea. It's right by the sea. And I'm a mom, I'm a crafter, I'm a little business owner, knitter, yarn dyer, I don't know what else, spinner occasionally. Yeah, we live in the countryside in an old house. Not in a fashionably way, old, not cool old, just old. A lot of work needs to be put in. Yeah, we live with currently just one dog, usually we have at least two. And I have 2 kids and husband, and it's most of the time it's a mess, but it's a happy mess. Yeah, I don't know what else. Anything else about me? Yeah, I have a little yarn shop and a dye studio that's my day job. That's what I do during the day. And I like gardening and cooking and cleaning. I'm one of those. Hello. And yeah, crafting. Pretty much everything. And too many coffees today, guys. Too many coffees. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I don't know, there are so many things to watch on YouTube, and I'm really honored you're here and you want to watch me and spend your time with me. So grab your knit, crochet, maybe sewing project or spinning, whatever you're doing there, and let's begin. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram as Knits and on Ravelry as Knits. We also have a Ravelry group for this podcast, and all the important things are linked down below. Everything I'm talking about, I'm usually linking to the pattern if I'm talking about some pattern. If you want to support this channel, there's also my Ko-fi account and I don't know, all of that stuff. So finished objects. Let's start traditionally with finished objects. I have 2, one of which you have seen last week. By the way, are you already tired of me? I've been here every week. I don't know what's happening. I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. Yeah. This is my way of not doing other things I'm supposed to do. I'll go record an episode. I'm avoiding housework. I actually cleaned yesterday, but that's a boring story. Not gonna go there. So, let's start with the one you have already seen. I wanted to show it again very quickly because it's blocked now. It's blocked and it looks much nicer when blocked. It was nice before, but now it's all even. It's so pretty. I'm so happy with this one. And the pattern is Sea Blouse by Anna Tanskanen, Anju Knits. And it's lovely. It's just lovely. I don't know. Some people have been asking, like, if I'm a beginner, can I pull this off? Yes, you can. I don't know, maybe it looks complicated, but this is very simple lace going on here in the yoke. Increases are very simple, and I think it's a beginner-friendly pattern. You probably need to know how to increase and how to do some basic things, but I think you can get through it even if you're not an advanced knitter. It's a very simple pattern, yeah. And the rest is just stripes. So, I love it. I love it. It's so lovely. I think I might need another one of these in some different color. Or maybe, who made that? Somebody made the one with mohair stripes. Was it Hanna? No. I don't remember. One of the Finnish knitters that I follow. Why I can't remember who did that. Anyways, I have seen a version with a mohair stripe, and that was lovely. That was lovely. Okay, I'll show you the yoke closer. And here is mine, and I'll put it here. I hope it stays there. It's pretty. It's gonna keep us company today. And I will tell you about the yarn. I grabbed labels somewhere. Yes, so the yoke part is made in Shapes Katana. And this is color linen, and the color it does not have a color number. It's empty. But the color name was linen. Or is it here on this barcode? It could be 505, but I'm not sure. But anyway, the name was linen. Maybe 505, but 5, yeah. Yeah, I need the size medium, and I used 2 full balls of this yarn for mine. I have only a little bit left. You use this color here, and then you also do the contrasting, like the ribbing in the same color on the sleeves and on the bottom as well. And I think it was a very nice detailing. It's a twisted ribbing everywhere. So is it weird that I'm trying not to turn my back to you, but okay, yeah. And then the pattern called for Isegur Trio, which is a lace weight yarn. It's a very thin one, held double. But unfortunately, all the nice colors were sold out, so I decided to substitute for Isegur Bomulin, which is 65 cotton and 35% linen. And this is a bit thicker one. This is a fingering weight, and mine is thicker. My stripy bit is thicker than it should be. I didn't match the gauge. Yeah, I had some issues with it. I have, but we made it happen. Yeah, it happens sometimes when you decide to substitute yarn. Probably should have just. No, I would not pick the colors I didn't like. Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. And I used colors number 13 and 62. And now I have no idea which one is which. Anyway, one is this linen color and another one is that peachy, pale, corally one. It could be that the linen is 13 and the pink one is 62, but could be other way around. I'm not sure. And I initially bought 2 balls of each, and then I realized it's not going to be enough, so I had to order 1 more. So in the end, I needed 3 balls of each of these, because it's a thicker yarn, less meters. Yeah, to do my size medium, and I have a bit left. Yeah, so I need to figure out what to do with that yarn. Yeah, I don't know, but it's not today's problem. Now it's in my plant-based yarn scrap jar, which is a very small jar. I only have like 4 balls there. Yeah, I don't knit a lot with cotton and linen more, but not cotton. I don't know, not my favorite thing. Even though this Katona was absolutely lovely, I would knit with that one again in a blink of an eye. I would definitely knit with it again. So that's my first finished object, and I'm very happy with it. I love it. The pattern is wonderful. My yarn substitution was slightly unfortunate, but you live and learn. It happens sometimes even to the most experienced knitters. Not that I am like, I've been knitting for over 30 years, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you think it's gonna work, but then it doesn't really. But the end result is still good. I think I made it work. I made it work, and I don't mind. I like how it turned out. I don't know, will this wrinkle when I wear it? So far it looks like it's not, but we will see. Now it has been all nice. I don't usually keep my knits on a hanger. I fold them up because I don't want them to stretch. Yeah, most of the fibers, they will stretch out, most of the yarns. So I keep my knits folded. I don't hang them up. But now it's there. It's just that it looks nice. Okay, my other finished object is not blocked yet, but it's not a big deal because it's a pair of shorties and they are for myself, and I don't know. I'm very tempted just to start using them and block them later when they need their first washing, because they hug my foot very nicely, and it's just for myself. I don't need to block them. And the yarn has been washed, and yeah. But Or, I don't know. If I'm washing something else, I'll probably block them, but I don't have anything now that I have finished. Not important, I'm just talking to myself here instead of talking to... I should be talking to you. So, what's interesting about these is the yarn, because this is my solar dyed yarn from this summer, from the very first batch. If you've been following my channel, there are 2 solar dyeing videos. This is the result from the dye lot number 1. And it's the one where I mixed pretty much everything in there. And now I have a pair of shorties. It's been getting cold in the evenings, and mornings are a bit chilly, so I think I'm just gonna take these into use and wear them. And what I'm most happy about, that the yarn is not pooling. When I looked at it at first, I thought it might, because it's a sports weight. I can look at the fingering weight scale and say it's gonna pool if I knit my regular sock. But with the sports and DK, I'm sometimes unsure. It might or it might not. I rarely knit sports and DK weight socks. I don't know why. I actually love them. I love a thicker sock. I should knit more of those. My DK yarn stash is actually very small. It's just one little shelf, and maybe like 30% of that shelf is suitable for socks, even if that. But the good thing, you can always hold fingering double and you will get DK. Yeah. So, nothing much to tell about these. You have seen them before. This was accidental heel. I messed up and then I just carried on with that, and I made an accidental heel. I don't know. Nothing special, just a pair of sport weight shorties that I made for myself very quickly. I have just a bit left from the 100 grams. Actually, not a bit. Probably enough for one more sock. Because these are shorties, but I think I will combine it with something else and maybe knit another pair. Or maybe a pair for our daughter. She still has tiny feet. Yeah, okay. Those were the socks. And now let's go to works in progress, whips. Whips, works in progress. What do I have here? I have a blanket. And I will remind you that we started Happy Scrappy Blanket Make-Along, which is a make-along where you knit, crochet, or maybe sew a blanket from using your scraps. And I will also answer a couple of questions that I have got, because the questions are repetitive. I have got them several times and I decided I will answer them here, that you will all know. So, I'm talking about this make-along in my previous episode. There are all the details and you can find the chapters easily. Just find the Happy Scrappy MKAL chapter and watch that if you want to know more. And there is also a thread in the Ravelry group. There is a thread for chatter and there is a thread for finished objects, but the main thing is to have fun. This make-along runs for 1 year till September next year, 2023. So no hurry, we're not in a hurry, and if we need more time, we can always make it longer. So yeah, that's the question. It's a year-long make-along. Are whips okay? Yes, whips are absolutely okay. If you have had an old project that has been just sitting there, pull it out, start working on it. Maybe now you will get inspiration to finish it. I actually have got so many messages telling that, yeah, people have got inspiration to finish their old whips, and sometimes UFOs. UFO is unfinished object. Yeah, but I don't think blanket can be a UFO. It's not even a whip. It's just this long-term project without a deadline, especially a scrappy one. This is my cozy memories. I'll quickly show you my cozy memories blanket, because I did not make a full row this week. But I did make 1 square a day, just like I planned. It was a busy week and I don't know, I just didn't have time to do extra squares. So I have 6. Today is Saturday and I have 6 new squares in this row and I'm absolutely fine with that. I think I'll add a stitch mark progress keeper here that I would know what to show you next week. So I'm just gonna hold it. This is for our daughter. She wants it. And she will get it for Christmas. I promised that it will be ready It will be one of her Christmas gifts. Yes. Back to the questions about the make along. Okay, very common question is my project is not really scrappy, or I don't have much scrap yarn. Can I use stash, or can I use some other yarn? Yes, you absolutely can. Everybody is welcome. I'm very relaxed on the rules of this because I don't know, crafting should be fun. To me, crafting is mostly about the fun. I don't force myself to do things, and life is already full of rules and regulations, and I just don't want to bring more into my crafting world. So this is very relaxed, loose make along, but we will still have prizes. I will be drawing randomly whenever I feel somebody from a chatter thread or from Instagram, and then later we will draw also from finished object thread. But the more you chat, the more chances you have to win something. The posts on the Ravelry thread are numbered, so it's easy to draw from there, and from Instagram I will just open the pictures with all the pictures with the hashtag Happy Scrappy Blanket MKAL. So if you want to share a picture, use that hashtag so I can find you. You can also tag me. That's absolutely fine, and I will definitely see your project. Ooh, I saw the first sewn blanket, I don't know, quilt. I saw little scrappy pieces cut, fabric piece squares cut. Somebody did that, and that was lovely. That was exciting because I don't sew, so those are very exciting to me. And then I saw a couple of round blankets. Those were fabulous. Like, I need to look into that because I've never made a round blanket. It looks nice. I wanna make blanket for my car, and I want it to be scrappy, and I have not decided what kind of. And yeah, but I need to finish one of my ongoing scrappy blankets, and then I can start one more for my car. Could it be round? I don't know. I need to think about it. Yeah. What else? So whips are okay. Using stash is okay. It doesn't have to be scrappy. The name is scrappy, but it doesn't have to be. And then one more question was, if I don't have enough scraps, like I don't have enough scraps for a blanket, can I still like join and maybe make a pillow? Sure, if you start a blanket and you end up with a pillow, I'm absolutely fine with that. I know. I'm not very strict about things. Main thing is that we do it together and we have fun. Like, that's all that matters. And I will still do the prizes because I like giving gifts. So, if you're a pattern designer and you would like to donate some pattern prizes, I will be more than happy to accept them. Yes, because it's easy. Next blanket is same topic, Happy Scrappy Blanket MKAL. So nothing else to show about this. Somebody asked, is this fingering weight? Yes, it's fingering weight, and then the question I get often is, how many stitches do I have in my square? I have 23 stitches, but it really depends on your gauge, on the needles, on how, if you're a tight knitter or you're a loose knitter. And my square is about 8 centimeters, 8 by 8. No idea what's that in inches. Sorry, I need to use Google. Converter. And I knit it on 2.5 millimeter DPNs, but I'm a loose knitter, so I don't know. Is that information useful? But I get that question often, so I decided to answer here. Just in case you need that information. And mine is 12 squares wide, which makes it like a single bed size blanket, I guess. Yeah. And the length, I still don't have enough length. I want it around probably 2 meters long. I still don't have it that long. So the next one is Battenberg by Sandra Paul, Cherry Heart, here on YouTube. and everywhere else. And I love it. It's a free pattern. It's a crochet, and I absolutely love it. I'm so hooked on it. Yes, I am hooked on this. Sorry, nose is itchy. Weird. No more hair around. Why is it itchy? Yeah, I decided to form one of the corners because I started just in the middle and I was going all the directions, and then I thought, okay, I need I need some kind of order here. So yeah, I started from, now I made a corner and I'm going this direction and I'm working my way down. It has grown. Soon it won't fit in the screen. Look. It has grown. It's lovely. It's lovely. I really like it. And I've got a lot of scraps from many of you. But I will tell about that in my happy mail. I have more scraps. And here is my little box where I keep my squares. I've been joining. I've been very busy joining them together. I did a lot just this morning, I think, and I love how it looks. I love all the colors. Initially, I just wanted to use like the lighter colors, the pastels, but I could not resist adding a couple of very bright squares and then some darker ones, because I usually work with a mix of colors. It's me. It's me. And yeah, how many of you are doing the Battenberg? It's lovely. It's so addictive. I love it. I love it. It's a brilliant pattern. Thank you, Sandra, for your work and for making many of us happy. How many of you are enjoying it? I am. I know I am. Okay. Next one is The Wild Child Mystery Knit Along by Anna Johanna. And I'm gonna be honest, I've been a bit stuck with it because we got a big clue. We got a really big clue and it's mostly stuck in it, and which means and it's a shawl, which means you knit a very long row and then you purl a very long row. And honestly, I took a break from it because I just couldn't. I don't know. I didn't feel like I want to do it right now. Luckily, we have time till 1st of September for the next clue, so I have time to catch up. I will show you what I have right now. If you have not seen it yet and you don't want spoilers, just skip ahead to my next project. But now I will show you the Wild Child. So basically what's happening here, I really don't remember where I was. I was somewhere here last time. I don't really remember where, but yeah, we're making these kind of wefts. Very much Stephen West style. I have done these on the Pinguono. Pinguono has these kind of things in the back. There are 3 on each side. And here we will also have 3. The shawl is in 3 colors. It's brioche. It's brioche, and now we are making these wefts. And what's interesting about them, they are going to be wavy. They aren't going to be straight because there are some short rows, and yeah, anyway, it's very interesting. So there are going to be 3 of those. I love how it looks. It's very exciting. I just don't like knitting them because it's a long row of knitting and then purling and then knitting and then purling, and then you need to pick up like over 300 stitches, and then you need to make the weft, and yeah. So there is one, and then there will be second one, and then there will be this violet one as well. I don't know. I have a bit short needle. I think I have a 80, 100. What do I have there? But yeah, this is the shawl. This is the Wild Child Mystery Knit Along. It's lovely. I'm gonna wear it. It's lovely. I just I just need to power through this clue, and then there are only 2 more clues left, and then we're done. It will end beginning of September. See, it's kind of wavy, so there will be 2 more of these, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna wear it. It's bright. Mine is. The colors are wild. Yeah. So, that's my Wild Child by Anna Johanna. And I picked up another project, another one of my whips by Anna Johanna that you haven't seen in a while because nothing exciting was happening. So, I was not feeling like working on that clue. I took a break. I made one of those wefts, and then I took almost a week-long break from it. And I was thinking, no, what would make sense right now that I wouldn't feel guilty about letting it sit there? I would feel better if I work on another project by Anna Johanna. And I already had it on my needles, and it's Karamelli Tee. Remember the lace weight thing that I started after Jyväskylä Knit Fest because it was so exciting? And I honestly also lost a bit steam on it because this part was boring. This part was so boring, and it was lace weight, and I'm like on 3mm needles, and I just could not get through it. I'm using Ito Kino. What are you? Yes, Ito Kino, which is 100% silk. These are my 2 colors. It's a lace weight yarn, and it's lovely. I bought it from Lankakauppa 2 in Jyväskylä at the Knitfest, at the last day of Knitfest. And Anna Johanna was wearing this when she was walking around the festival this summer, and I really, really wanted it. And I still really, really want it. And we still have weather. I could wear it. And I have the black linen dress that... This would be a great layering piece over that. Here are also little sleeves coming. And I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna... My stitches are escaping. Just a second. So I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna power through the stockinette. I have to power through because I just want to get to the lace. And then when I got to the lace, I was so happy because this lace is so, so pretty. And it's so simple, and it was so quick, so I only have ribbing here left. I will be done with the body this weekend, definitely. I only have a bit of ribbing left, and then I'll do the sleeves and the neckband, and that's it. And that's it, then my top is ready. How exciting is that? Now I want to knit on it. I have 1 row of knits, and then I have ribbing left, and then it's done. So, yes. This is relaxing. This is relaxing. Yeah, I'm a process knitter, and sometimes it's very hard to power through the boring parts. Sometimes I'm in a mood for stockinette. I can like knit stockinette for days, but right now I was craving something a bit more challenging. I think it's the Battenberg to blame because a lot of things are happening there. There is a color change. I'm making colorful squares, then I'm making the white ones, then I'm joining them together. It's all the time changing, and it's exciting to see it grow and the color placement. So knitting on a lace weight stockinette didn't feel exciting, but I'm happy I made it through. And the lace was very quick because I was happy to do it. I was very excited about it. And the colors I chose are very neutral, so if I ever get a colorful dress later on, I can use it with that as well. Or maybe some... No, I think it's going to be too short for a skirt. Only if it's like a high-waisted. But I don't have that. All my skirts have like regular waist. Yes, I'll put it away for now because I have one more thing to show you in my whips. And it's not... Where did I put it? It's here. And it's not knitting, it's not crochet, it's spinning. Remember a while ago I showed you a bag of these mixed fibers from hedgehog fibers. It was like a mixed bag, 250 grams of it. And then I told you I will split it in half. And I will spin it on 2 different bobbins, then I will ply it, and then I will try to make lento sweater out of it. that was my plan. So I'm done with my first bobbin. This is the other half, and I actually have spun already one of these bits on. It's on my spinning wheel in the living room. So I'll show you my first bobbin. I'll organize it better. This is my first bobbin. Look at that. It's madness. There was some tweedy yarns, and then there was something very slippery. I assume it was alpaca. Not sure. I have not spun, I think, alpaca ever before. So it might be alpaca because it just... I'm assuming because I have spun many other fibers. Except alpaca, it was very slippery. And I think it was that. Yeah, there are a lot of tweedy ones, just like this one. Do you see those little nips? That yellow orangey one was also tweedy. Look at that. It's so fun. Then I have darker colors underneath. And then some of them had stellina and some of them I think had silk, maybe. And then I'm gonna ply the two bobbins together. I don't know. Will I have enough for a lento sweater? I will know when it's done. I tried to make it thin, that I would get a fingering weight out of it, but it might be also sport because of these textured yarns. I could not like make them too thin because of the textured bits. Main thing that I would have enough meters, like 250 grams. Theoretically, even sports weight should be enough if I add mohair to it to make a lento sweater. Because I have made one and I used 2 skeins of fingering weight and 2 skeins of mohair. Like 800, a bit over meters of each. On the big needles. Because lento is knit on big needles. Lento by Jonna Hietala of Line magazine. If you don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'm very excited about this one. I can't wait to spin the second one and then I'll ply and then we will see what happens. But that's my plan, still my plan. One of these was very felted in the first half and I was almost ready to give up, and it was so felted I couldn't even separate it with my fingers. I had to pre-draft it and I was thinking, okay, if I take it out, it's quite big. I definitely don't have enough meters. So I struggled, but I made it work. I pre-drafted it and I spun it anyways. Yeah, it was heavily felted bit. That was not nice. But I made it work. It's somewhere under. It was one of those darker colors. Yeah. Here is my spinning basket. I keep this basket next to me when I'm spinning and I can show it to you. Somebody once asked me about this basket, like, do things get caught on it? No, they don't, because this basket is from the flower pot section. Look, it has a plastic... Eee! Sorry for the noise. I'm trying to lift it out. Can I lift it out? It has a clear plastic insert, basically, so nothing gets caught on it. I found it at our local store. It was with all the flower pots. So basically you can pop a flower pot in and use it as a flower pot cover, I think. And now that's my spinning basket because it's lovely. It looks like a basket, but nothing gets caught on it because of that plastic insert. So if you can find something like that, if you're a spinner, that I recommend. It really works. So that's my lento sweater, hopefully. Keeping my fingers crossed. Or it's gonna be a very colorful vest. I don't know. Do I wear vests? Maybe a shawl. I don't know. We will see. We will see when we get there. I could always use some other yarn, fiber to add to it, but I don't know. Okay. I'm just talking to myself. La 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 la. What do we talk about? Happy mail. Happy mail. I wanted to show you. Yeah. I mentioned, I think 2 episodes ago, that a lovely viewer from Denmark sent me, we had a little swap. She sent me scrap yarns and she made me a project bag. I just want to share the project bag with you because it's awesome. I asked her permission. She said it's okay to mention her. So her name is Maud. I asked, how do you pronounce that? She told me like loud, but with M. So Maud, I guess that's how you say that. I'm very often unsure about people's names, and I'm afraid to butcher them. So I hope I got it right. So look, she made me a project bag, and I love it. I love winter, and I love Christmas, and this is just so lovely. It's huge. It's like a backpack, almost, like with the one strap. Look, it's huge. It's lovely. It has these cute penguins and the polar bears and many polar bears on it. And they are all dressed in the winter hats, and it's lovely. Check. I love the details like this. I love the details. The string ends have covers, and it's just so lovely. And it's huge. I can fit a blanket in it. That's the best part. I'm gonna use it for my blankets. Maybe I will start a new blanket around Christmas, and that's my winter blanket, and that's where I'm gonna keep it, in this wonderful, wonderful bag. So thank you so much. I love it. And it was filled with scrap yarn. There is still some. I took some out already. That's why I'm not gonna show it to you, because some is already in my Battenberg. Yeah. And I just wanted to share my happy mail with you. That's one. And this week I got another happy mail. A lovely viewer from the US named Robin. Hi, Robin. Sent me a package. She actually contacted me a few weeks ago and said that I wanted to send you a surprise, but she decided to let me know that it's coming, and which was very good that she let me know, because I need to do customs clearance. Every time something arrives from outside of the EU, I need to do customs clearance. And if there is not my phone number on the shipment information, I don't get a notification into my postal app, and then I need to rely on the post office to deliver a paper notice, and often they are just lost somewhere, they don't deliver them, and packages return back to the sender, and it's a nightmare here. So I usually rely on my mobile app for tracking down the packages, and yeah, but the sender needs to input my phone number in order for the information to appear on my mobile app. Yeah, anyways, she contacted me. She told me there is a package coming. I don't know, her friend, I think, is your friend in Finland? Yeah, found out the address of my store, and she sent me a package there, and oh my god, just crazy. So, can I start with a card? It's like, I love the cards, and this is so lovely. One more card I need to frame. I'm on a hunt for picture frames now, because I don't have any at home, any empty ones. Everything is taken, and I want it to be some vintage frame, probably. I don't buy a lot of like new stuff. I like to find frames from thrift stores or antique stores, and this needs to be framed. It's adorable. I need to frame this. Is it focusing? I hope it is. I hope it is focusing on. Is the focus working? I don't know. And yeah, she told me, like, I sent you a little something. It's a surprise. Like, okay, what do I put on the customs form? You put yarn. Okay, yarn. I was thinking, yeah, she sent me some yarn. Sorry for the noise. She sent me a bit of yarn. I was shocked when I opened the box. Yeah. It's a blanket worth of yarn. She made her Battenberg with these, and now I will add these in my Battenberg, and we will have matching Battenbergs. Oh my god, I was so happy. I love scrap yarn. I'm one of those people who gets excited about scrap yarn. I don't think I get so excited about the full skeins as I get excited about scrap yarn. Like, seriously, I'm all about scrap projects. I use a hashtag scrapyarn is my jam, because it is. It is my jam. It's a giant sack of scrap yarn, and I see some minis in there as well. I already pulled one, and I made a square. I don't think I can find it like straight away. I just had to. Before, only one is missing from here. One little tiny ball. And I used the whole ball, like the last bit of it. So Thank you so much, Robin. Like, you made my week. I love this yarn. Can I hug it here? I want to take it out of plastic and put it in one of my baskets. Or I can use the big bag. No, but then I can't see it. No, it needs to be a basket. Yes. Thank you so much. I'm spoiled here. I get so much love from you guys, and I can't believe it. I don't know. It's just so great being part of this community and feeling like you have friends everywhere in the world, because I don't know, knitters, yarn people, crafters are amazing because we have so many things in common, and even if we're very different people in real life and we're from different backgrounds, different jobs, different age, or it really doesn't matter. Like, crafting brings you together, knitting brings you together, yarn brings you together, and I don't know, I think two knitters can become best friends in like 5 minutes. You don't need much. Yeah. And I don't know. I just feel grateful for being part of this community. And I think one of my reasons for making this podcast is because I want to connect with people. I don't have many knitting friends in real life, or like most of them live far away and we can't see each other often, and this is my way of connecting to other knitters. And it doesn't matter where you live, we can always come and knit together here and knit together. And I've actually been thinking, I don't know how do you do it technically, but would it be fun to have like a live stream when we knit together? I know you can do that on YouTube and on Instagram. But then I've been thinking about time zones, because a lot of you are in US and some are in Australia and some are in... Okay, South Africa is easy. We're like, I think we're on the same time zone. I'm drawing a map in my head. But if we would do that, would you be interested in joining me like for a live stream knitting? Knit night, day, morning? I don't know. That depends where you are. What if we would do that around my birthday next month? Would that be fun? I think I could take a bit time off and then we could do it either morning here. I don't know. It needs to be, I think, weekend. And then I need to figure out time that would work for most of us. I don't know what time. Because, time zones are complicated. Let me know if you would be interested in something like that. In like a live stream of a knit night. I don't know, here on YouTube. I think that would be the easiest. I think you can do that. I just need to figure out the technical bit. I'm not very good with all these things. I'll ask from my husband. He will probably know. He's much better with that. Okay, just putting an idea out there. Next one is purchases and acquisitions. I have one and it's not yarn. It's a book. I already mentioned this earlier and now I have it. I had to get it. I follow Lindsay on Instagram, and Lindsay Fowler and Line published. Oh my god. It's early morning. I'm not even tired. Why do I talk nonsense? Published. Troubles with words. Okay, Salt and Timber. Just the name makes me so happy. Because this is my world. I love everything about this book. I love the smaller format. I love the pictures in it. Photographs are absolutely amazing. I'll tell you who the photographer is, because I think it was a woman. She is amazing. Photography, Kristen Hardesty Photography. I think she did amazing job with this. Actually, all Line books always have amazing photography. It's like an art book. You can just put it on your shelf and admire it. You don't have to knit anything from it. Of course, it's better if you do, but it's... I'm just in for the photos. But here, I want to knit so many things from this. I had this in my store and it's all sold out already, but you can get it from Line directly, or from Lindsay, or from a stock list near you. I'm selling it now because I'm in love with this book. I'll just show you a few pictures from it. Just a few. There's a hat. I think it's the first. No, it's the second pattern. Yeah. Socks. It has a lot of socks, and it has hats, and I love it has techniques. Firewood cap. I'm all in for the firewood cap. I think I could use a new hat this season. So, like, can I just read it to you? Because just that you would get the vibe. There is nothing more inherently nautical than a fitted ribbed cap, so I knew this collection needed one. Whether on the water or in the forest, a fisherman-style cap is a great gift for anyone and will be used over and over again. When I was working on this design, I pictured it being used for misty mornings in the woods while bringing in firewood for a wood-burning stove. It's like... It touches the right strings here. Yeah. I'll show you another picture. I'm not going to show you the pattern, but I need a hat like that in my life because it's lovely. It has so many great things. And then pattern number 3, it's a shawl with tassels. Love tassels. And then I'll just randomly open a few. You can see all of these, I think, on Ravelry and then on Line page and then on Lindsay's Instagram. I'll put her name somewhere here in the corner. You can find her on Instagram and in the description. There is a dreamy sweater, very simple, but I think it's stunning if you just pick the right yarn. And there is a shawl, and whatever page you open, this one, Salt and Timber shawl. I'm obsessed with this one. I don't know, it's just gorgeous. I want to knit this shawl. I don't know when, but I will knit that. I will absolutely knit that. And one more thing that caught my eye immediately when I saw it. It's a blanket. The last pattern in the book is a blanket. And the idea is, it's called, just give me a second. It's called Culmination Blanket. Look at the picture. The idea is that you would use all the other yarns that you have used for the previous projects in here. I'll just keep showing you the blanket. So basically it's a Scrappy blanket. Yeah, they are quite big squares, but the pattern has amazing chart in it where you can use any weight yarn for it, like even lace. And it tells you how many strands you need to hold together to get a same size of square. It's like assigned, each yarn weight has assigned values, and then Lindsay guides you through that you can get the same size of squares using a variety of yarns. Like, it doesn't matter which weight, you can combine them and you hold them double or triple or... Yeah, I think you get the idea. I'm not very good at explaining this, but yeah, so I'm obsessed with this blanket, and it's a knit blanket, and I think you join them with a crochet hook, at least it looks like. I think so. I saw it somewhere. I have not had a chance to go through it in detail, but I love this book. I love this book. I want to make so many things. I think I might just cast on a beanie. I'm not yet in the mood for my autumn knits. Okay, I'll grab a knit and we knit and chat. Let's quickly go to knit and chat. Otherwise I'll be just hugging a book here. Yeah. Not very productive. Yeah. Makes me happy, but not very productive. I need to use my time wisely. Yeah, because if I sit, I knit. That's the rule here. I have project bags all over the house. Even in my car I have one. And if I have a moment and I'm sitting down and my hands just can't be empty. Yeah, I found that that's the only way to get progress on my knits around here. Because I don't get much of a solid knitting time. I can't sit down and knit for like 2, 3, 5 hours. I get very short bits here and there, and I noticed that it actually adds up. It feels like nothing at that moment, like 5 stitches or like 1 row of something, but if you keep doing it several times a day, it adds up. It adds up. It's the only thing that works around here. So, I I hope maybe later, when our little sunshine is a bit bigger and more independent, that I can get more of those solid knitting times. When she's at grandma's, I get my knitting time. I get to catch up, but she hasn't been there in several weeks. So, yeah, random little knitting, 5 minutes of knitting here and there. 5 minutes. So, that's why I'm knitting here. Yeah, I was saying that I'm still not in the mood for my autumn knits. I know I should be preparing. I could use a new beanie and I want the new mitts. My fingerless mitts are quite worn. The ones I've been using for last, I think, 3 years. They are starting to look a bit... I could shave them. I could wash them and give them a good shave to prepare them for the season. I think I didn't wash them when I packed them away. I was lazy. I don't know. Last autumn was crazy. I did not have time. I think I just packed them as they were. Yeah, I could refreshen them a little bit, give them a good... remove the pilling, and... now we will see. Several years ago I bought a pattern for fingerless mitts knit with plötulopi, and I could maybe now use that pattern. It's by Ines Sang, a Latvian knitwear designer living in Canada. Yes, Ines lives in Canada. Yes. Yeah, I could knit maybe those or something else. I don't know. My autumn knitting plans. Now I want to knit a beanie, and I want to knit a sweater, and I want to knit a cardigan, and I still want to do all my summer knits because I'm not yet in the mood for autumn knits. I don't know. I usually start very early. Like end of summer, I'm already doing my autumn knits, but somehow this year I'm not feeling it. I don't feel like autumn knits quite yet. Okay, that's about that. What else has been happening around here? I've been trying to make peace with my shorter hair. Yeah, it dries much quicker, but I have a problem that when my hair doesn't have enough weight, one side turns inwards and another one turns outwards. So I'm looking like this most of the time now, and yeah. When it's a bit longer, it's heavier, and then it just hangs straight without any effort on my side. Now I actually need to turn the ends that they would both... that it would look nicer, not like this crazy woman with the wild hair. But yeah, it's nice. It feels thicker now when it's shorter. I don't know. I only go to the hairdresser like twice a year at best. I'm not very good at that. I usually don't have time, and it's rather expensive here in Finland for my length to get it properly done, because my highlights take around 4 hours. So I do them twice a year. Yeah, I don't need it more often because I have a lot of grays, my natural highlights, and I have absolutely wonderful hairdresser that actually... I used to have very dark hair. It was, I used to color my hair very dark, and it really didn't matter where I go because it was hard to mess it up. It was one solid dark color. But I got my father's genes, and yeah, I started going gray very early, already like in my mid-20s, and I basically needed to go for a retouch every 3 weeks, and I just could not do it. It was crazy. I would get white line here, and it looked awful, and I could not live with it. So I decided I want to get closer to my natural color, because my natural color is like dark blonde, like grayish mouse. Yeah, we call it the color of a mouse, gray mouse color. Yeah, mine is on the lighter side, and I have a lot of gray hair. And I went for the lighter one. It took me a year to get out of that very, very dark brown hair. I think if you would see me a few years ago, no, kids were little when I still had dark hair. I don't know. what, 7 years ago, maybe? Have I been blonde that long? I don't know. Some time ago. Yeah, you would not recognize me with my dark hair and fringe and did not look like me. I don't know who was that. What was I thinking? I just thought it looked nice. I don't know. That's how my husband saw me. We met when I had that hair. Many people told me, "Oh, you looked so bitchy with it." Excuse me? Yeah, the hair made me look bitchy. Okay. So, yeah, I only go to do my hair like twice a year because then my grays start growing out and it just blends all together. I get very, very thin highlights that they would blend with my grays and it would not look that bad when it's growing out. Yeah, I was keeping my fingers crossed I would get my grandma's genetics, but it did not happen. Like, I did not win that lottery. My grandma, on my father's side, his mother, she went absolutely white at age of 40 or somewhere between 30 and 40. She was like white. There was not even one dark hair left. She had this amazing hair and she never dyed it, or like, she sometimes did a very light, like big large perm just to give it a wave. Her hair was curling naturally when she was younger, like she had big waves, and then when she got older it was not wavy anymore, it was straight. So she used to get that light perm, and on her white hair it was amazing. Her hair was so beautiful. For a long time as a kid I thought she's like bleaching her hair, but turns out it was just gray. It was like crispy white, beautiful shade, not even a bit of yellow. And I was like, if I would have that hair, I would never dye it. Like, I did not win the gray lottery. So mine is not like that. Mine is like 50% gray, and I don't know. I've been asking my hairdresser, like, what if I just grow out like my natural with the gray? And she said, let's just keep doing what we're doing. That's not your thing. You will just So okay, I'll trust the professional. She thinks I should not do it. I was very tempted, but yeah. My husband pulled the good genetics card, and he took after his mother. She looks younger than she is. And my husband also, I don't think he has changed a lot in the last 15 years. Like, he looked same at 20, he looked 18 at 25, and now maybe he looks like 25 at 40. They when he went to buy non-alcoholic beer a few weeks ago, and they asked him for ID. I said, why? It's not even, like, it's a non-alcoholic beer. And he said, I don't know why. Me. Like, and then the lady at the cash register, she looked at the ID at him and giggled a bit. Yeah. She asked an ID from a 40-year-old man. Yeah. But that's what happens when you win genetic lottery. Okay, he has like 3 gray hair and a tiny bit of wrinkle, but who cares? So, okay, my hairdresser convinced me not to embrace my gray quite yet. Okay, I am kind of partially. I'm getting courage to do that, but there is a lot of my grays and my natural color. Am I talking too much about hair? Are you already tired of me yammering here? Let's talk about something else. Something else. What's the biggest happening of last week? We got a wood stove. It's huge. I'm telling you, it's huge. It's gonna change my life. We got a wood stove delivered. I've been dreaming about a nice wood stove since we moved in here 11 years ago. We bought the house. It's an old house, and it used to have a wood stove, like this big, heavy, massive one built from bricks, old-fashioned one. And it was from 60s, and it was in the original kitchen, and then the owners moved the kitchen to the other end of the house, and they had just like a dumpster room where was the wood stove. It used to be old kitchen. It was in terrible condition, and they just used that room as a storage room. And then when we got the house, I said, no, what are we going to do with that room? It's not big enough for the kitchen. And we decided we want to do a bedroom in that space because I did not have a use for like a storage room. It's such a waste. I don't need a storage room. I need a bedroom. I need my own bedroom. So yeah, we decided to put a bedroom there, and the wood stove was in quite bad condition, so we decided to take it down. My husband removed it, and I said, okay, one day we will get a wood stove for our kitchen. We kind of had a place there next to the chimney. We have a joint kitchen, living room, dining area. It's just a large space with a chimney in the kind of in the middle between all those three areas. And I said, okay, one day when we have money, we will get a wood stove. But it wasn't really a priority because I just wanted it I wanted it for fun. It was not really a need, not for fun, for my love of all things old-fashioned. So yeah, someday it will happen. And now, when we're in energy crisis here, let's say it as it is. Electricity prices are through the roof, and it's gonna get worse by winter, and we heat the house with wood. Luckily, we did not change it fully to be electrical, but our support system runs on electricity, and our the pump that pumps the water through the system, through the radiators, it's electric. And it's gonna be very expensive to survive this winter, and I don't know how many jobs we each need to get. Yeah. But that's not that's not the bit I want to talk about. We decided that now it's time to get the wood stove, and we ordered it a while ago, and it arrived yesterday. It got delivered. It was very heavy. It took 4 men to carry it in, and they were oofing and puffing. One of them was my husband. There were 3 delivery guys and my husband, and yeah, they carried it in. Luckily, not many steps. We have like 3 steps outside and then just straight corridor. Because our oven is electric and our cooktop is electric, and it eats a lot of electricity, and I make most of our foods in the oven. And we decided that wood stove would be probably the best investment right now. And we managed to grab one. There were 2 pieces left here locally, and we got one of them. And the delivery times are outrageous. We tried to get the other one that was made in Germany. They first said, 8 weeks. Then they called us back, 16 weeks, or maybe like, I don't know, maybe next year. Yeah, because the world is out of them. The world is out of metal because of everything happening in Ukraine. We have Russia to thank for it, for everything that's happening here. Yeah. I don't know. Russian propaganda is trying to blame Ukraine for things. Can you believe that? We have these stinky paid articles here that paid by Russian propaganda that you should blame Ukraine for everything. No, we're not stupid. We know who's at fault for all of this. So yeah. Anyways, we have a wood stove now, and we've been trying to install it. Actually, trying. We are installing it. We were cutting a hole in a chimney. My husband knows how to do all of that. He's like a professional. We did not need anybody, and we're tiling the chimney just to make it nicer, because before it was just painted. Nothing was attached to it, and there was an empty slot that we could use for the wood stove. So everything worked out fine. Yeah, we were drilling the hole. I was not drilling. I was I was holding the vacuum cleaner, and it took forever. And he has all the appropriate tools, and still, I think my ears are still ringing. I had the ear protection, but still a bit of vibrating inside. So now the hole is cut, and he's now cutting the tiles outside, and we will be tiling the rest of the chimney, and I think tomorrow it will be in place. I'm very excited about my wood stove. It has an oven, it has a cooktop, and it can heat most of our living area. So yeah, we're preparing for winter. Yeah, my husband is saying, no, good that you're practicing your post-apocalyptic skills. He's laughing at me when I'm spinning. He says, very good. Neighbors have sheep. You will be making our clothes in this terrible world. Yeah, another neighbor has chickens, one neighbor has sheep. We will be fine here. We can grow some potatoes and cook them on our wooden stove when we're off the grid. Yeah, because they are now saying that Finland will run out of electricity in winter, and horrible news, we will run out of toilet paper. The toilet paper crisis of 2020 makes a return. So yeah. Hubby told me this morning that he was at the store and there's already limit, 1 pack per family. They are already putting limits on toilet paper sales. Oh my god, the times we're living in. I don't know. If somebody would tell me, let's say 4 years ago, about all of this. First, the virus, and then the war in the middle of Europe, and now this energy crisis, and generally all of this madness. I don't know, would I even believe them? I think they are mad. And now we're living it. I'm sorry if I'm giggling. It's not really a laughing matter here. This is a nervous giggle. I'm just trying to keep my sanity and think how we're gonna power through this, but there are ways. Luckily we have our knitting. This is what keeps me sane. And I have some yarn stash. I can survive with my yarn stash for a year or two. Yeah, I don't know what else. I think I need to go check how my husband is doing and if he needs any help. But I told him, do you realize now we have the heart of the house back? Because we had to take it out. We had to take it out several years ago, and now we put it back. The heart of the house is back, because I think that's what wood stove is. I've been dreaming about it, and now I have one. And I don't know. Things like that just make me happy. I don't need a lot in my life. I'm just happy with the wood stove. The only thing I need to buy myself is a teapot that I can use on it, because we have electric teapot. We had, let's face it, electricity was cheap in Finland before all this madness, and many people have electric heating, especially in the north. A lot of houses and cottages have electrical heating because it was the cheapest option out of everything. It was the cheapest one. And yeah, and we have, all our devices are electric. I have electric water boiler and yeah, oven and all of that. And now I need to go buy myself a kettle, a water kettle with a whistle. I want the one with the whistle, and I want it enamel. Like, I want an enamel pot with the whistle. And it needs to be a fun color. No, not black. And not silver. Nothing shiny. It can't be silver, it's enamel. My stitch marker dropped. Okay. Yeah. Am I talking again too long? I've been here every week and I'm talking too long, and sorry. I'm just avoiding doing my daily chores. I still need to do laundry today. I'm almost done with the cleaning because I cleaned yesterday after the stove got delivered, because they walked here in the shoes. Yeah, we don't wear shoes inside in Finland. I know in many other countries you do, and here we don't. We leave the shoes in entrance. Yeah, we usually use woolly socks at home, and that's why I needed to clean, because the delivery guys were just walking in shoes. That was totally fine. They did not need to remove the shoes. That thing was heavy. And they made it. They carried it safely. Yeah. So I don't know what else. What else around here? Work, home stuff. Our older one is not feeling well. He has sniffles. Keeping my fingers crossed. Okay, so far test is negative for the for the corona, and I hope it stays that way, that it's just like seasonal, and or he just got cold because he's been running around in a t-shirt. He refuses to wear long sleeves yet, and they have been playing football in a schoolyard, and probably he just got hot and then got cold, and yeah, now his nose is running. So he stayed at home yesterday, and I stayed at home with him, couldn't go to work. And anyway, couldn't go to work yesterday because the stove was getting delivered, and I got a call in the morning that you can't use the road that leads to work for at least half of a day, because they are taking some big tree down there, so it will be completely blocked. Like, you can't get there by car, you need to then park somewhere else and walk. And I decided, okay, maybe that's a sign, I'll just stay here. I had some work to do, but yeah, I don't know. The universe told me not. Yeah, but I did not get much knitting done because I hoped I could knit yesterday, but no, that did not happen as well, because I could only knit in the evening when things calmed down. Because I had a sick kid, I had a stove delivery, and some cleaning to do. And some cooking to do, and same today. Cleaning, cooking, laundry, and maybe some yard work if it's not too hot outside. Morning was a bit chilly, but now it got hot again. I'm just telling you random things. Are you even interested in this? La 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 la. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna go and... Anything else? Am I forgetting anything? I don't know. Probably not. Or not important. Or I'll tell you next time. Okay, I'm gonna go have another cup of coffee. Yes, and I need a coffee pot that works on my new wood stove. I have this old... Do I still have it? Like a Turkish coffee, I don't know, pot. Is it a pot? It is a pot, yeah, with a handle. I used to love coffee like that because that's how my parents always made coffee. We lived in a times when there were no fancy coffee machines, so it was either instant coffee or the one you would make on a stove in a pot, and that's how my parents did that, and I actually love it. I love coffee like that, but we have been spoiled by technology. I love my coffee machine. It's good. It's good, but I think coffee on a wood stove would be even better. Yeah, anyway, we can't fire it up yet because the tile needs to dry, and then we need to do the seams, and we need to let them to dry that. If we heat the chimney, that everything wouldn't fall off immediately. But maybe I can put a candle in it just to check how it looks. It has a glass door where the fire burns. I wanted it like that there would be a glass door, that it would feel homey and cozy, and because a lot of models are with a solid door, you can't see the fire, and I really wanted that you could see the fire, and that's what we got. Not that we had many options here available straight away, yeah, without insane delivery times. Okay, too much about hair and wood stoves today. Okay, I think that's why I'm so excited about the book, because now I have the book and I have a wood stove to go with the book. And we basically live in the middle of the forest. Now, it's a village, there are neighbors, but there is a forest on two sides of our land. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna finish for the day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for powering through. And yeah, I will see you next time. Hey, bye.